I feel like that now with DLCs and patching and remasters and stuff like that, we might see much something instead of like a whole cloth sequel, see massive overhauls and upgrades to the existing one. Um, that might be the more realistic path for them to follow. I do think that we will see 3 and 4 remastered and possibly New Vegas remastered. Those are probably the things that they're talking about when they're talking about
You
multiple
think they're
games
going
in
to remaster
development.
4 already?
Well, I mean, they technically already have with the next gen console
Uh-huh.
patch. So I mean, that's about as close as you're going to get, I suppose. Maybe not 4, but three in New Vegas, I could totally see getting remasters, and I'd be first in line for a Fallout 3 remaster, absolutely. Because I've that's actually one of the ones I've never played. But now the other interesting one is, do you think that they would go back and do 1 and 2? Do you think that they would do them? I mean, here's because we know that there are folks who were working on doing massive DLC sized overhauls using the Fallout 4 engine, where they're re-rendering, the Vault 13 project, stuff like that. These guys who were doing uh, these, massive adaptations to 3D. Do you think that we would get uh, like a full proper conversion, or do you think that we might just get like a remaster of the isometric?
I think they would want to do the full proper version of it.
Yeah, I would hope so. Um, It would be, I mean, it could be really interesting to see that. You got to wonder what the cost benefit analysis looks like on that, I suppose. But it would really, it's tough because we're talking about the Bethesda games being the remasters, and I know that the original code to Fallout was lost, if I recall
Scrapped, yeah,
correctly.
Tim Kaine.
Yeah, scrap.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody lost it. Yeah. So, they'd have to basically, I mean, they'd have to do it from scratch if they were going to re-render it anyhow, or render it in as a first person shooter style game as opposed to isometric. But it would just it kind of sucks that those kind of feel like the lost games in a way, unless I mean, you can get them, you can still play them via Steam and stuff like that, but
Uh-huh.
they just feel like the forgotten ones that are never going to get the upgrades because they're not Bethesda titles. So, um, let's see. David, Fallout TV series being such a big hit, why haven't they started on a Skyrim series? I think that between Game of Thrones and Rings of Power and